Hi guys, today we are going to do a Dreamcatcher drawing together. Dreamcatchers are an authentic Native American tradition from the Ojibwe Chippewa tribe. Ojibwe people would tie sinew strands in a web around a small round or tear-shaped frame in a somewhat similar pattern to how they tied webbing for their snowshoes. They'd hang this dreamcatcher as a charm to protect sleeping children from nightmares. The legend is that bad dreams will get caught in the dreamcatcher's web. Traditionally, Native American dreamcatchers are small, only a few inches across, and made of bent wood and sinew string with a feather hanging from the netting. But wrapping the frame in leather is also pretty common. Today you'll often see dreamcatchers made with sturdier string meant to last longer and decorated with beads. During the Pan-Indian movement of the 60s and 70s, Ojibwe dreamcatchers started to get popular in other Native American tribes. So dreamcatchers aren't traditional in most Native cultures per se, but they're sort of neo-traditional, like fry bread. Today, you see them hanging in lots of places other than a child's cradle board or nursery, like a living room or your rearview mirror. This information came from nativelanguages.org. We will begin with the circle for our dreamcatcher. You can trace something that's already round. I'm using a plastic lid. You're going to go all the way around with your circle, and then you need a second circle that is a little bit smaller than your first circle. You can see that I found a roll of masking tape that'll fit right inside my lid shape for my second circle. This is going to make the hoop of our dreamcatcher. Now I'm using a Sharpie marker, but you can definitely use a pencil for this so that you can erase. But I wanted you guys to be able to see what my marks were. I marked right in the center, and then I'm going to mark on my circle on the top, bottom, side to side. I'm going to use a leaf shape to go from my center out to my top mark, down to my bottom mark. I'm going to turn my paper, make a leaf shape that connects my center to both of my side marks. So it's kind of like north, south, east, west, a leaf shape for both. Now I'm going to mark the spaces in between those. I'm not measuring, I'm using my eye, and I'm just getting it approximately in the middle. Adding that leaf shape to those then, always from my center, curving out to the dot, from my center, curving out to the dot, and back again like a leaf. Finish up with my last one. What we're working on here is the webbing of our dreamcatcher. Now if you want to get a little bit fancier, you can go through and mark the centers of every space that's left, right in the middles, and now do that leaf shape again. This time it's going to be overlapping your first one, so it gets a little trickier here, but just try to do the same motion, curving out to that dot and back again, that same leaf shape. And if you guys aren't using a Sharpie marker, you can always erase. If something happens and you don't like a line that you make, you can go back and fix it again. If you're drawing lightly with your pencil, it's going to be easy to erase. And there you go, there's my webbing for my dreamcatcher. Now I'm going to add some details to my dreamcatcher. I'm going up to that top mark on my circle. That's where I'm having a hanger for my dreamcatcher. From the bottom, I'm going to add some circles for some beads, some lines for some leather, and eventually I'll be putting a feather there to hang from my dreamcatcher. I'm also going to have some hanging from the two sides of my dreamcatcher. You can come out of different places on your dreamcatcher as you want to. For the feather, I'm going to swoop down, maybe make it a little jaggedy like a natural feather would be. I'm going to have a line going down the middle and then diagonal lines coming away from that center line. There's my first feather. I'm going to add some on the sides also. Swoop down, maybe a little jaggedy, a line down the center, diagonal lines from that. And these will come to life when we add some color to it. Right now it's very black and white, but we can give our Dreamcatcher a very different look with the colors that we add to it, and I'll show you some options in just a moment. For my last touch, I'm just going to add a few small circles in there in the webbing for some seed beads that you could just add as a little extra touch if there was some seed beads on the webbing. Just another place that you'll be able to also add color to when you're coloring. Here are 3 different ways that I colored my Dreamcatchers. This one has kind of natural colors. This one I colored it all in. I used some pinks, purples, teals. And then the last one I used medicine wheel colors. All right, I can't wait to see yours. Have fun.